Hi everyone and Happy New Year! I'm Nolan Hong and we're back for the last day of the Japanese Cultural Center of Hawaii's New Year's Ohana Festival. And I gotta say, it's been so fun and eye-opening learning about the many New Year's traditions that I grew up with here in Hawaii. The JCCH is working hard to produce more digital content like this virtual show, so please help out by hitting the subscribe button down below and support the JCCH. Be sure to visit jcch.com/NYOF2022 to support the festival. You can also shop the Year of the Tiger t-shirts and bid in the JCCH's Things Japanese Sale silent auction, which is live right now until January 21st. We'd also like to send a huge mahalo to our amazing Ohana Festival sponsors for making this show possible. Mahalo to the CHIKU sponsors, Atlas Insurance Agency, First Hawaiian Bank, First Insurance Company of Hawaii, and Island Insurance Foundation. And mahalo to the BUY sponsors. It is the generosity of the Ohana Festival sponsors that helps the JCCH fulfill their mission to be a vibrant resource that strengthens our diverse community through cultural education. Since 1953, the Hawaii Cherry Blossom Festival, organized by the Honolulu Japanese Junior Chamber of Commerce, has given young women the opportunity to learn about their Japanese heritage, improve their poise in public speaking, and develop leadership skills through cultural and training classes. The JCCH had the honor to host the Cherry Blossom Festival's first public opening ceremony at the 2015 New Year's Ohana Festival. This year, the JCCH is excited to welcome the Queen contestants for the 70th Cherry Blossom Festival opening ceremony.
Welcome to the 70th Cherry Blossom Festival opening ceremony. My name is Kellyanne Fujioka and I am your MC for today's festivities. Before we commence today's ceremony, we would like to thank the Japanese Culture Center of Hawaii for including us in today's special event and Iman International Conference Center for allowing us to use their facilities. Several months ago, 14 eager young women began their exciting journey together as the 70th Cherry Blossom Festival Queen contestants. Each week, the contestants have been attending a wide variety of classes to prepare for their culminating night at Festival Ball, where the Queen and Court will be selected. The Queen and Court will represent Hawaii's Japanese American community at various events across the islands, on the mainland, and even Japan. To begin, I would like to introduce the 70th Cherry Blossom Festival General Co-Chairs, Kirsty Marishiro Takiguchi and Ruth Taketa.
Aloha! Thank you for joining us to celebrate the 70th Cherry Blossom Festival. As a project of the Honolulu Japanese Junior Chamber of Commerce, the festival has enriched the lives of 1,100 women of Japanese ancestry by providing them opportunities to deepen their appreciation for the Japanese culture and develop public speaking and leadership skills they can incorporate into their personal and professional lives. Our steering committee of HJCC members, many of whom are former Queen contestants, volunteer their time, knowledge, and past experience to organize the festival and create a meaningful experience for our Queen contestants. Because of the generosity and commitment from our sponsors, donors, instructors, supporters, and volunteers, the Cherry Blossom Festival is honored in being one of the longest continuing running ethnic festivals in Hawaii.
Although the pandemic has continued longer than we have expected, we hope that our theme Choa, which roughly translates to harmony and balance, reminds us all to work harmoniously together as a community and maintain balance within our lives. When we remain unified and support each other as a community, we can overcome any obstacle. We would like to take this time to express our gratitude and recognize our festival sponsors. Thank you to our diamond sponsors, Fujiyasu Kimono Company, Island Insurance Companies, Japan Airlines, Kyoya Hotel and Resorts, Keizu Radio, and Obon Hawaii. Our gold sponsors, First Insurance Company of Hawaii, Gyotaku Japanese Restaurant, and Koromo Katsu and Curry Bistro, and Watabe Wedding Corporation. And our silver sponsors, Expressions and Glenn Yozo Photography, Gyotaku by Naoki, JTB Hawaii Incorporated, and Pamela Futa Campbell Image Management, Professional Development Training by Marissa Machida and William Ye.
We would also like to recognize and thank our donors and honorary advisors for their invaluable contributions to the Cherry Blossom Festival. We would not be able to have a festival without them.
Thank you again for joining us. We hope you enjoy our opening ceremony program and wish you a happy new year.
明けましておめでとうございます。今年もよろしくお願いします。
Thank you, Kirsty and Ruth. Now I would like to invite the 72nd President of the Honolulu Japanese Junior Chamber of Commerce, Carrie Kyoto, to say a few words.
新年明けましておめでとうございます。Family, friends, and supporters of the Cherry Blossom Festival, aloha and welcome. Thank you for joining us today for opening ceremonies. My name is Carrie Kyoto, the 72nd President of the Honolulu Japanese Junior Chamber of Commerce. We are so excited to be celebrating the 70th Cherry Blossom Festival this year. I would like to say a special thank you to our sponsors, donors, and volunteers. Without your continued support and generosity, the Cherry Blossom Festival would not be possible. I hope you enjoy the rest of today's program and please stay safe and healthy.
Over the past year, the 69th Cherry Blossom Festival Court has served as cultural ambassadors, volunteering in the community, and persevering through the challenges encountered by the ongoing pandemic. We would like to invite the reigning 69th Cherry Blossom Festival Queen and Court.
Aloha, my name is Brianne Yamada, and I'm the 69th Cherry Blossom Festival Queen, Miss Popularity, and Miss Congeniality. Here with me today, First Princess Taylor Onaga, Princess Motomi Otsubo, Princess Taylor Tashiro, and Princess Shelly Imamura. We're so excited to be here today for the 70th Cherry Blossom Festival opening ceremony. We're so thankful for this incredible and unforgettable endeavor and all the supporters who have made this possible. This has truly been a once-in-a-lifetime experience. To the contestants, it wasn't long since we're standing in your place and getting ready for our first public appearance. We wanted to leave you with some words of encouragement and say that we are all proud of each and every one of you. Be true to yourself and enjoy each and every step through this process. We're so excited to see you grow throughout this journey. From all of us, congratulations to the 70th Cherry Blossom Festival contestants.
Thank you to the 69th Cherry Blossom Festival Court. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for. We are pleased to introduce to you the 70th Cherry Blossom Festival Queen contestants. Each contestant proudly wears a locally designed dress donated by Always A-Line. The contestants will be announced in alphabetical order by last name. Contestant number 1, Taylor Kelohilani Akana. Taylor is the daughter of Tracy Hirota. She graduated from La Pietra, Hawaii Schools for Girls and received a Bachelor of Science in Psychology from St. Mary's College of California. Taylor is currently a community-based case manager. In her free time, she enjoys gardening and watching movies. Once again, Taylor Kelohilani Akana. Contestant number 2, Daniel Emmy Au. Daniel is the daughter of David and Donna Au. She graduated from Mililani High School and received a Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering and a minor in Economics from the University of Hawaii at Manoa. Daniel is a former mechanical engineer. In her free time, she enjoys modern calligraphy and crafting. Once again, Daniel Emmy Au. Contestant number 3, Crystal Yaeko Fujiwara. Crystal is the daughter of Miles and Yonghee Fujiwara. She graduated from Honolulu High School and received an Associate of Arts from Leeward Community College, a Conservation and Wildlife and Veterinary Medicine Certificate from Purdue University, and is attending the University of Hawaii at Manoa. Crystal is currently a student. In her free time, she enjoys hiking and trying new foods. Once again, Crystal Yaeko Fujiwara. Contestant number 4, Melody Shin Higa. Melody is the daughter of Matthew and Janice Higa. She graduated from Marino School and received a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration from Creighton University. Melody is a former internal auditor. In her free time, she enjoys upcycling and afternoon tea parties. Once again, Melody Shin Higa. Contestant number 5, Maile Makamai Kawasaki. Maile is the daughter of Conrad and Julie Kawasaki. She graduated from Kamehameha School's Kapalama and received a Bachelor of Arts in Economics from Occidental College. Maile is currently a commercial banking associate. In her free time, she enjoys trying new food places and light hiking. Once again, Maile Makamai Kawasaki. Contestant number 6, Tarilyn Yasuko Manin. Tarilyn is the daughter of Todd Manin and Lisa Pagaduan. She graduated from Henry J. Kaiser High School and received a Bachelor of Business Administration, Accounting and Management Information Systems from the University of Hawaii at Manoa. Tarilyn is currently a Treasury Operations Specialist. In her free time, she enjoys spending time with her family and friends and cooking. Once again, Tarilyn Yasuko Manin. Contestant number 7, Ashley Ray Masako Nabeshima. Ashley Ray is the daughter of Reynard and Dawn Ray Nabeshima. She graduated from Punahou School and received a Bachelor of Arts in Japanese from the University of Hawaii at Manoa. Ashley Ray is currently a human resources technician. In her free time, she enjoys traveling and cooking. Once again, Ashley Ray Masako Nabeshima. Contestant number 8, Sherry Michiko Nishijima. Sherry is the daughter of Brick and Cindy Nishijima. She graduated from Amador Valley High School and received a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science and Communications from the University of Hawaii at Manoa. Sherry is currently a nonprofit program manager. In her free time, she enjoys studying genealogy and trying new restaurants. Once again, Sherry Michiko Nishijima. Contestant number 9, Anika Kimio Nozaki. Anika is the daughter of Mark and Sherry Nozaki. She graduated from Ramstein American High School and is attending the University of Hawaii at Manoa. Anika is currently a student. In her free time, she enjoys playing the ukulele and softball. Once again, Anika Kimio Nozaki. Contestant number 10, Taylor Asami Pagaragan. Taylor is the daughter of Jeff and Kelly Pagaragan. She was homeschooled and received a bachelor's in liberal studies from Thomas Edison State University. Taylor is currently an executive director. In her free time, she enjoys singing and songwriting. Once again, Taylor Asami Pagaragan. Contestant number 11, Tamlin Mika Sasaki. Tamlin is the daughter of Vern and Rochelle Sasaki. She graduated from Punahou School and received a Bachelor of Science in Psychobiology from the University of California, Los Angeles. Tamlin is currently a clinical research assistant. In her free time, she enjoys engaging in activities related to health and wellness and music. Once again, Tamlin Mika Sasaki. Contestant number 12, Elizabeth Lee Sickles. Elizabeth is the daughter of Arthur and Lori Sickles. She graduated from St. Francis School and received a Bachelor of Business Administration from the University of Hawaii at Manoa. Elizabeth is currently a House Chief Clerk Intake Assistant. In her free time, she enjoys drawing comics and 3D printing. Once again, Elizabeth Lee Sickles. Contestant number 13, Michelle Chie Suda. Michelle is the daughter of Marshall and Tracy Suda. She graduated from Mililani High School and received a Bachelor of Science in Human Development and Family Studies from the University of Nevada, Reno. Michelle is currently an early childhood educator. In her free time, she enjoys trying new things and eating. Once again, Michelle Chie Suda. Contestant number 14, Jordan Yukino Valdez. Jordan is the daughter of Scott Valdez and Jody Eto. She graduated from Pearl City High School and received a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education from Chaminade University. Jordan is currently an elementary teacher. In her free time, she enjoys eating and hanging out with friends and family. Once again, Jordan Yukino Valdez. Here are your queen contestants: Terry Lynn Yasuko Manin, Ashley Ray Masako Nabeshima, Sherry Michiko Nishijima, Danielle Emi Ao, Michelle Chie Suda, Anika Kimio Nozaki, Crystal Yaeko Fujiwara, Melody Shin Higa, Jordan Yukino Valdez, Tamlin Mika Sasaki, Taylor Asami Pagarigan, Elizabeth Lee Sickles, Taylor Kelohilani Akana, Miley Makamai Kawasaki. This will conclude our 70th Cherry Blossom Festival opening ceremony. Thank you for supporting our lovely contestants at their first appearance. For more information on events, tickets, or if you're interested in purchasing a 70th souvenir book or commemorative t-shirt, please visit our website at www.cbfhawaii.com.
Ozoni is a signature New Year's dish in Japanese culture. It's a simple soup served with mochi, but what does it symbolize? And why is it important to eat for breakfast for the first days of the new year? Well, I had the pleasure of preparing ozoni with Chef Alan Wong to learn all about this traditional Japanese New Year's dish. Let's first hear Drs. George and Willa Tanabe discuss why cleaning and preparing food before the new year is important in Shinto religion and Japanese culture.
There's also the belief that the gods come and visit at New Year's, so you have to be ready. And one of the things you have to do is make sure your house, for example, is ready. It has to be clean. Your bills have to be paid. Everything has to be just right so that the kami, or the gods, can visit freely and not be disturbed by anything and not be polluted by dirtiness and that sort of thing.
Which is why your house has to be clean before December 31st. So that come January 1st, you're starting with a clean house. Everything is new. It's all part of this sense of renewal.
That makes breakfast especially important because it's the first thing
meal
you eat. And so you're going to have not only that really beautiful good luck food, but you're also going to have ozoni soup. And ozoni literally means boiled this and that, which means you can put lots of stuff in the ozoni soup. It doesn't matter. And in Japan, in different parts of Japan, they'll make different recipes. One will have miso, another won't have miso. One will have chicken, the other one won't have any meat. But it always must have mochi. That's what makes it ozoni.
Growing up in Hawaii, it's just always been New Year's tradition to have ozoni as part of the New Year's meal, but I never had someone of your expertise actually tell me what goes into it, what the significance of it, the history of it, and then it probably never tasted as good as it's gonna taste having Chef Alan Wong here. So this is a treat for me.
Thank you, but it's a really simple dish. This is something my mom, who is from Japan, born in Japan, raised in Japan, made every New Year's Day. In fact, she would insist that this is the first thing we ate. She has a little machine that makes the mochi. You can put it right in the soup after the ball forms.
Okay.
But sometimes they take when you stack the mochi, and it's at the front door.
Right.
It dries, it hardens. Then you would grill it or toast it in the oven. So what we did is we already put some mochi in the oven. That's gonna take about 8 minutes. Okay, and so this is the broth. So now I made kombu dashi. So all it is kombu, the dried kombu, and water.
And for those who are not familiar what kombu is, what is kombu?
It's dried kelp. or seaweed. And so I took about a piece of kombu, like 6 inches by 4 inches. I cut it up. I steeped it in water, cold water, let it stay overnight. That's one. I took 2 dried shiitake mushrooms, just put it in the water, let it sit, same thing, overnight. This morning, I just brought them up to a slow simmer. I don't boil it because sometimes the kombu gets bitter.
Oh.
So you bring it up to a simmer, you see the bubbles going like that, and then you just turn it off and just let it get to room temperature, and then you're extracting the flavors from the kombu. This is about 1 pound of chicken. I've kind of put a little sake, a little bit of shoyu in here, okay, to kind of season it. And sometimes, like my mom, she puts the sake to kind of like, she's always saying to kind of get rid of the smell of the chicken. Yeah. Okay, so that's, we'll turn that back on. We want that to get back up to a boil. So right now we have kombu dashi with shiitake mushroom and chicken in it. This will take all but like less than 5 minutes to cook because I cut it small, yeah? What's interesting is every region in Japan, every place has their own way of making it.
Oh.
So basically you use whatever is in your region. And all the vegetables represent basically, you know, the bounty, a bountiful season. So you don't want to really boil, let it roll. One of the secrets to a clear soup is to just let it simmer slowly. And you clean it when all this comes to surface.
So with I see that you're taking out, it looks like kind of a white frothy thing. What is that?
This is basically coming from the chicken. It's the protein that's kind of coagulating and rising to the surface.
Oh, I see.
Sometimes it's fat as well too.
Now when you're monitoring the mochi, what are you trying to look for to know if it's ready? Because I noticed that it started out as a solid square block and now it's starting to puff up, right?
So we kind of we tested one. This was the bottom and it's gonna rise like that. So it's really hard, refrigerator hard. So you gotta wait till the inside gets soft and it'll kind of blow up like that. Then at that point, it goes into your soup, okay? So chicken's probably already cooked. I'm gonna add the vegetables here. Okay, carrots.
Now notice the way that you cut the carrots, they look beautiful. When I cut them, they are all misshaped and it looks like an accident.
The aburage.
And what is aburage?
It's the tofu from tofu.
Ah.
Fried.
Fried tofu.
Okay, and then the gobo. Not only is this from that reason of bountiful harvest, gobo is got a lot of health benefits for you too.
And gobo looks like onions, is that correct?
Here's what it looks like.
Oh wow.
So like this, yeah? It grows very long in the soil.
Oh, so it's like a root vegetable.
And so you notice both the gobo and the carrot, you know, you just take a knife and you just kind of like, you know, it's like sharpening a pencil.
It's like watching art.
Now you can cut the chicken any size you like. You can cut the vegetables any size you like. Okay, the vegetables only going to cut this small, shaved like that. I say 2 minutes, okay?
Okay.
So this is how it tastes.
Oh, you don't even blow on it.
1 spoon goes in there, this one, and 1 goes in my mouth, and this never goes back in there. Okay, all I'm tasting for is salt or sodium. You can taste if you like. Plastic spoon is right here. Here you go.
How do you not burn the roof of your mouth like that? Is it just that you've conditioned your mouth to handle such heat?
I'm used to it. I like it like that.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so I'm just gonna add some shoyu. I think it needs some sodium.
I'm not sure
And
how to leave this.
if I add a lot of shoyu, it's gonna discolor. Not discolor, it's just gonna get darker.
Oh, I see.
Okay. Okay, spinach is going in here because we're almost ready. You might want to lift that door up, take it out with that napkin, towel. Yeah.
It's like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Look at this. Unbelievable. Now, growing up as a child, did your mom have you help prepare ozoni as well, or was it just you just get to eat it?
Just get to eat it. Kind of growing up, my mom, she owned the kitchen, yeah. And she was secretly in competition with me. Okay, so then you would take this and simply, see that? Long life.
Wow, we're gonna live extra long now.
This is mitsuba. That's garnish. A lot of people blanch this. I love this flavor so much that I think it's a shame when you blanch it. You lose the floral parts of the mitsuba. So I just put the leaves straight in like that. And I take a few and I just do that. Okay.
So Chef, I see the way just like you handling the knife, it almost reminds me of, ancient samurai. I understand that the ozoni has a strong relation to the samurai. What's the...
Zatoichi, bro. A long time ago, the samurai were the only ones that ate it, and it makes sense when you think about it brings good luck. Ozoni is a New Year's good luck dish, right?
Right.
Happiness, prosperity, good crops. So maybe it meant back in the time wish you luck in the battlefield.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, here you go.
Thank you.
And you can do Japanese style and go bring your bowl up to your mouth and sip, or you can use this, okay? But here is Happy New Year's. The good luck ozoni dish.
Happy New Year indeed. Thank you, Chef.
Let it sit in there.
Now, is there any tradition to, before you take the first sip, are we supposed to say something or?
Well, the Japanese always give thanks, yeah? Itadakimasu.
Itadakimasu.
Perfect.
Wow. I know you don't need to hear it from me, but that is delicious.
Sometimes, they used to have the can of hokigai clams.
Right.
Behind the cashier because it was so expensive and so coveted that, you had to buy it from behind the cashier. I see a lot of local people using hokigai in here. Then for me, I put Alaskan king crab, fresh clams. But then we're getting very away from the traditional ozoni. So I won't do anything on New Year's Day.
And is there any difference as far as, because here in Hawaii, local traditions, is there any differences from local style versus Japanese tradition?
Everything is taken from Japan and kind of hybridized. It's made for a Western palate. It's made for the local Hawaii palate because number one, you're going to use what you have around you.
Right.
And everybody has their own recipe.
Yeah.
I
guess the next thing I'm thinking when you said that you use what's around you, I'm imagining, I hope there's no one using Spam in there because that's what's in our cupboard at home. That's what all I have.
Hey, why not? Why not?
I don't know, the king crab sounds way better to me. But Chef Alan Wong, this was amazing. Thank you so much for not only sharing your experiences with us, but also giving us your knowledge as well. This really is a great way to start off this new year.
Oh, thank you for having me. Everyone, please have a happy and prosperous New Year's.
Make sure you're connected, the writing's on the wall. Cause if your mind's neglected, stumble you might fall,
Connection is a human necessity, one we need today more than ever. And with the new First Hawaiian Bank mobile app, you can stay just as connected to your finances. And it all starts with yes.
culture that we don't really want to forget. And with Japanese culture, it's becoming more and more difficult, actually, even in Japan. So yeah, these little things, whether it's through dance or for singing, are very important. Yeah, actually, one of the singers that's singing today is Tevita, and then he had a really rough background. I don't know what I can say and what I can't, but it's really funny because he's the only student I've ever thought who I actually was thinking of adopting at a certain time. So it feels more like a son, actually. Hi, I'm the singing sensei, Greg Shimizu, and I'm wishing you the brightest, happiest 2022. I think we can all use some happiness for this year.
Mo ichido yari naosotte heiki na kao shite今さらさしずめ振られたんやねあんたわがままな人やから嘘も一つもつかないで出てたくせに過ぎたことやと笑ってるあんたを憎めりゃいいのにねやっぱ好きやねやっぱ好きやねあんたやなきゃあかんうちは女でいられんやっぱ好きやねやっぱ好きやねもう花さん言うてよやっぱ好きやねやっぱ好きやね悔しいけどあかんあんたよ忘れられんやっぱ好きやねやっぱ好きやねきつく抱いてよ今夜は皆さん、アロハでございます。Hikariyama, Torao です。Happy New Year. May you have an amazing 2022. I hope it's better than your 2021 and your 2020.
Next, we'll have karate demonstrations from Shotokan Karate-do International Federation of Hawaii. And then we're going to go ahead and visit Nisshodo Candy Store in Kalihi to learn more about mochi making for New Year's.
My name is Les Nishikawa. So I'm part of Kokusai Shotokan Karate-do Renmei, or Shotokan Karate-do International Federation, which is a worldwide organization started by Soke Hirokazu Kanazawa in 1978. So Soke passed away in December of 2019, but the current Kancho, who is the head of the organization, is his eldest son, Nobuaki Kanazawa. So we are very fortunate that we are part of that organization and that it is looked at worldwide. So how I would describe karate is it's a very physical, spiritual, cultural journey, you could say. It incorporates a lot of different things, you know, whether you're looking for self-defense, martial arts, physicality, but it has a lot more meaning to a lot of that as you progress and journey through that path. So hence the karate do. So if you look at that do meaning way, it's this open hand way, and I practicing karate for a long time. It is a journey and a process that you definitely are able to go ahead and learn a lot of things, not only about yourself, but you get to meet a lot of great people along the way. My father, Shinobu Nishikawa, his part in all of this was a father-son journey, which started with an ask of a son, meaning me, to do something other than watch TV over the course of as a young kid. So he asked 3 times, and on the 3rd time it became, well, we're gonna go to karate. I went to a class. When I started, I then asked him to join me, and it became a father-son venture. So it's been that way for, in my lifetime, over 40 plus years. A lot of what karate is for me is a passion, and what keeps me going is what I call a pay-it-forward mentality. What I've been shown, taught, shared, and the journey, like I mentioned on the do, has helped me progress, and that's what I look to giving and paying forward to the students. Now we're doing kata, which is a pre-arranged forms, and in the pre-arranged forms, what it does is you are practicing defensive pieces or self-defense, and you put it in a way that you can memorize it. So my analogy to this is just like hula. It's a verbal language, a dance language, but in this case, it is important for the martial arts portion. So the other portions of karate for us is also a kihong portion. So what you're gonna see is actually a partnering of kihong or basic. So in essence, they're the fundamental ABCs of karate and our style. In this case, you get to see it done as a partner drill. So we'll go ahead and demonstrate that in a couple of different ways. Hajime. So another portion of kata, we have actually 30 different variations. What you saw was a beginning one, Heian Sandan. This particular kata is now Kankudai. So more advanced, a lot of different difficult movements, all based around a self-defense and movement. So in our dojo and our style, we practice 4 different aspects that make karate as a whole. Right now, you're gonna see kobudo, or weapon. So the weapon is what we call a long weapon or a bow in Japanese. So they will be performing donyunkon ni, which is coming from Oshiro Shihan out in Okinawa and California. So in practicing weapon, whether it's a long weapon or a short weapon, it is an extension of the body. So again, karate is about open hand, but in this case, we practice with weapons so that we actually become better karate practitioner, as well as learning different ways of defense. From our Ohana to you, Happy New Year!
There will be moments of triumph. There will be times of calm. There will be setbacks you never saw coming. Life doesn't always move in a straight line. But for over 80 years, Island Insurance has been helping people recover from the unexpected. Because the best way to keep moving forward is to get back on your feet. Island Roots, Island Values, Island Insurance.
Hi, my name is Michael Hirao, and I'm the current president and owner of Nisshodo Candy Store. The business has been in existence for 100 years and started with my grandfather. Nisshodo is a traditional Japanese confectionery operation, and we do the typical mochi, manju, chichidango products. Chichidango is a milk dango or rice mochi. There's no filling in it, similar to what gao is in Chinese, similar to what nantu is in Okinawan type of mochi. all the cultures that have rice and rice flour, they all have their own versions of mochi. The manju differs from the mochi in that we use regular wheat flour rather than rice flour. And the manju is either baked or it's steamed. For New Year's, we switch our product mix to be primarily with mochi manju. But the mochi is the kasane mochi and also the komochi. Basically, it's the same product. The base is the same. One is just molded into a kasane, which is a stacked mochi. Large one on the bottom, small one on the top. That's usually for the altar or for for the family good luck placement. The other one is a komochi, which is the smaller mochi, size of the typical manju mochi type. That's primarily used for ozoni, or the soup for the New Year's. New Year's was always something that we used to dread as kids. We have to get up early in the morning. Typically when our friends are sleeping, we're up and we're helping out, dusting the mochi or whatever our jobs would be. But it's part of the tradition, and it's something that if you don't do it, you feel like you've missed out on something, or something will not go right for the rest of the year. Mochi always is something that I remember my father telling me. You start out with individual grains of rice, and they're all separate. You cook them, they're still separate. You pound them, and they cohese into one product. And it's like the family. Yeah? When all the different parts get back together again, you get something special. I remember when we used to go to other people's homes during the Shogatsu time, just to wish everybody a Happy New Year. So during that time, we used to meet our family that we don't see for a while, and that always, created good memories and stuff. We've been in the business for a long time, and people, fortunately, they like our product. I can't express how much I appreciate that. And we try to assist our customers in new experiences. So I think as people's tastes change, we try to meet them. It's like if you have shave ice and you only have strawberry, after a while you get kind of tired of just strawberry. We have recommendations from our customers also, saying, oh, how about you do this type of mochi or this type of manju? And so we'll try it. We wanted to get more toward the local flavors, lilikoi, the lychee, and all of that kind of stuff. We try to incorporate in our product. Well, from Nisshodo Candy Store, we wish you all a very happy and prosperous and safe New Year's. Make the most of it as you can. We really appreciate our customers and our employees, and I want to thank you very much for putting up with us for this past 100 years. Thank you.
Businesses like Nisshodo commonly display kadomatsu, a New Year's decoration said to welcome the gods. Let's hear Drs. George and Willetanabe share more about this auspicious decoration.
Kadomatsu is a marker, a welcoming marker for the gods as they come in New Year's, and it's usually a structure that's put by the door. It literally means
pine at the gate.
Yeah,
at the
pine
door.
at the gate doorway. It consists of maybe three pieces of bamboo cut at the top, and then surrounded by some branches of pine and often a little sprig of plum, and then wrapped in straw rope. The bamboo symbolizes flexibility because bamboo can bend and without breaking. The pine symbolizes longevity. The plum is spring, and the straw is a rather sacred thing. It's a rice straw. And these are just almost like flower arrangements that are put at the doors of a home or at the doors of a store. It's said that in Japan, the pachinko parlors, which are gaming parlors, have the biggest kadomatsu because luck is so important in those games, so they have really tall, big kadomatsu. But here in Hawaii, we have them too.
Now, Kenny and Shizuko Endo of Taiko Center of the Pacific have been longtime performers of the New Year's Ohana Festival, bringing a blended style of traditional and contemporary taiko. Now, as we close out the New Year's Ohana Festival, please enjoy this final performance from the Taiko Center of the Pacific.
Hi, my name is Shizuko Endo. I'm Managing Director of Taiko Center of the Pacific. We are a school of traditional and contemporary Japanese drumming. We offer classes from age 2 through seniors, and we also have a class for the deaf and hard of hearing. We also have 2 performing groups, the Youth Performing Ensemble and also our Adult Performing Ensemble. This is Kenny Endo, our Artistic Director.
Taiko was traditionally used for celebrations and to drive away evil spirits. They say that the sound of the drum was enough to drive away all the bad luck and bring in the good luck. So it's used for celebrations like New Year's, weddings, any kind of celebration. Today we're going to start off with a piece called Symmetrical Soundscapes, which I composed, consisting of patterns from traditional Japanese Hogaku, or traditional music, as well as festival music. Please enjoy Symmetrical Soundscapes. From all of us at Taiko Center of the Pacific, Happy New Year! Shinnen akemashite omedetou gozaimasu. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu.
Wow, it's been such an incredible opportunity hosting the first online New Year's Ohana Festival, and I've enjoyed engaging with the community and deepening my knowledge of Japanese culture and New Year's traditions, and I'm so grateful for this opportunity. Thank you so much for joining us on this amazing journey. On behalf of the Japanese Cultural Center of Hawaii, we'd like to send a huge thank you to the featured performers and community members who generously gave their time to make this Ohana Festival possible. The JCCH also thanks Pop Creative Media and the students and teachers at McKinley and Roosevelt High School for their timeless and tireless work to film and produce this virtual show. Thank you to the Ohana Festival sponsors for supporting the JCCH's mission to be a vibrant resource that strengthens our diverse community through cultural education. And lastly, mahalo to all of you for joining us to celebrate the new year. While we couldn't be with you in person, we hope you enjoyed this virtual show and learned something new. Your feedback is important to the JCCH, so please consider filling out our post-event survey, which you can find at jcch.com/NYOF 2022. The JCCH has a lot of exciting things planned for 2022, and you won't want to miss any of it. So follow at JCC Hawaii on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and be sure to hit the subscribe button below and share the Ohana Festival virtual show with your friends and family. Now, from the Japanese Cultural Center of Hawaii, Happy New Year! We wish you and your Ohana a healthy and prosperous 2022, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Aloha!